Bonsoir, bienvenue chez Papy. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner, c'est gratuit. Ça mange pas de pain. Mettez un pouce bleu et un commentaire et mettre la cloche avec la notice de l'attraction que je suis bien en stream. Alors, on est sur Greedfall, la version PS5. Voilà.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Alors, on va déjà prendre ça. Ah, c'est beaucoup mieux. J'aime bien comme ça. Ah, ouais. Ah, ouais. Une belle blonde. Il n'y a pas Roquet? Elle est bleue ou pas, ça?
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Ouais. J'espère que le 2 sera aussi bien que le premier. Comme je l'avais fini à l'époque sur PS4, là, maintenant on le refait sur PS5. Parce qu'à l'époque, ils avaient dit qu'ils devaient faire une trilogie, mais ça fait 4 ans qu'on attend le 2. Là, quand il vient juste d'être annoncé. Voilà, attends que je me rappelle. Ça. Là, j'avais avancé là.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious Master of Arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Alors, attaquer prince principal et triangle secondaire. Ouais, une potion. Voilà, attendez, intérêt signé. Bah, c'est fait, mec. Et tu me fais débile. J'ai appuyé 4 fois sur le bouton, il veut pas. Ah.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper Master of Arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Cossillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off. Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
To my help! And death to the others!
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Fr Ps5 on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Fr Ps5?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Fr Ps?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Fr Ps5. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Fr Ps5 for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Teleme has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Whatever you... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence. Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me.
Alors ça, c'est la table de craft. Hein. Alors là, montez vos talons, vos sciences, vos machins. Voilà. Alors, caméra, photo, améliorer. Voilà, là, tu as différents trucs à mettre. Ah, il me faut quoi? Minerai de fer de brut. Ah, ok, il me faut ça. Ensuite, regarde, voyons voir. Ouais, celui-là serait plus intéressant. Il te rend un truc blabla, il me faut 4 et 4, 8. il faut le truc. Ensuite. Ah, celui-là, on peut pas. Il est déjà amélioré. Celui-là aussi, il est déjà amélioré. Ah, on va aller voir Monsieur Pacotan.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Naughts. No one else may enter.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Naught?
Our magic, yes, that only the Naughts master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Naught from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Naughts for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Fr Ps5?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I don't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
C'est comme un Assassin's Creed, mais en mieux. Bon, sauf que là, ça parle pas français. Il faut fouiller chaque mètre carré dans ce jeu-là pour trouver des trucs. Ça, c'est le truc des pouvoirs. Alors, je montre vite fait les compétences, les attributs que vous devez faire et les talents à débloquer par la suite. Voilà. Voilà, ça c'est les quêtes à faire. C'est tard des contrats, voilà. Ça c'est la carte, vous voyez, vous avez des missions à faire partout. Voilà, il y a encore un peu là à faire. Voilà, là il est ici. Là, il y a plein de trucs à faire sur le jeu. Sur PS4, j'en ai eu à peu près pour 80 heures en total. Alors, faites gaffe par contre en choisissant bien les phrases comme il faut, parce que ça a des conséquences. Voilà.
This smuggler is filthy. My perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Oh merde, j'ai fait une bêtise. Quelle heure il est là? Vous avez vu, j'ai ramassé le bouquin, ça m'a fait zone rouge. Surtout pas, il faut pas. Soit tu discutes avec la personne, ou soit tu vas dire. Soit tu voles le bouquin.
We'll discover some useful information.
Ah, tu peux prendre le bouquin qui est là ou faire le... Il y aura lui à interroger plus tard. Tu croises tous les gens que tu dois avoir croisés. Il y en a un là. Il y en a un ici à discuter. Mais c'est pas pour tout de suite. Hein. Voilà, là on a fait la zone. Voilà, on a débloqué quasiment toute la carte. Là il me reste encore 3 trucs à faire. 1, 2, 3 ici. Ouais, tu peux faire le tour de la ville, chercher des ressources, ce que tu as besoin pour tes armes, tes tenues, etc. Voilà. Tu peux passer ici sans danger, mais attention de ne pas qu'il te voie rentrer dans la zone. Là, par exemple, toi, regarde, là, il y a 2 ennemis, là. Là, tu vas devoir jouer l'infiltration pour entrer dans cette zone. Normalement, tu as 2 personnes ici à parler. Mais pour l'instant, ils ne sont pas encore là. Alors, si je fouille, je ne sais pas ce qui va se passer. Attendez, je fais une sauvegarde. Voilà. l'instant, toi, pour l'instant, je suis dans l'immeuble. Ouais, bon, méfiant, voilà. Ça te caractéristique ce que tu dois faire. Voilà. Tu dois rester tout le temps dans le vert. Ouh, ça, tu peux le revendre si tu veux, ça ne sert à rien. Alors descendez pas en bas parce qu'il y a des gardes. Hein. Faites gaffe. Alors quitter la zone sans qu'ils sachent que vous êtes là.
The merchant is there. To my help, and death to the others!
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his daughter her allowance, it would seem.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Fr Ps5.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Et là, vous regardez les choses qui sont là.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Par exemple, tu vois, regarde, il y a des pièces là, tu pourrais les voler, mais ce serait mal vu. Bon. Là, il me faut 4 chevilles métalliques. Je crois pas qu'on en a mis d'autres. Je vais regarder. Bon, on va aller voir le marchand. Le marchand, il est où déjà?
swarm through. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you
Bonsoir
seen anything to your
Océane,
liking?
bonsoir.
What might I help
Comment
you
allez-vous?
with?
Attends, j'arrête quelque chose. Ouais. Ouais, ça va, ça va.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Faut pas que ça soit le seul, attends. Ouais. Non.
Citizens, I present to you
Ah, c'est un jeu que j'ai acheté il y a longtemps.
the absolute cure of
Je l'avais fini sur PS4, maintenant il l'en met en version PS5.
stomach ailment and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor.
52 ans.
Not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Merci, merci. Bienvenue sur la chaîne.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To my help! And death to the others!
Oui, c'est pas trop mal.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? to prove that there is no risk.
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No.
Ouais, ça m'arrive de temps en
The
temps.
vial is still sealed. It
Mais faut que...
comes straight from your
C'est un
stock.
peu compliqué de
You
forcer avec
dare
Xbox.
challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Ouais, c'est ça, voilà.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Bon, on va faire le tour pour trouver ce qui manque.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Bonsoir, Vislotte. Comment tu vas? Ouais, moi aussi, c'est prévu que je les achète une cocktail noire et tout ce qui va avec. Bah, moi, j'ai prévu de m'acheter la manette Final Fantasy 16, la noire, là. Mais j'attends la date et le prix. On a vu, ça va dans les 95 €, chose comme ça. Parce que la manette blanche, ça picote un peu, hein. Elle passe souvent au lavage. Hein. Elle passe souvent au nettoyage, la machine. Hein, ouais. Ah ouais, carrément. Ah ouais. Moi, pour l'instant, moi, j'en ai pas pour l'instant de drift. J'en ai pas pour l'instant. Ouais. Voilà, je peux pas y aller. Ah, c'est des manettes qui déconnent. Les joysticks qui vont pas. Oui, j'arrive. Ça veut dire que tes trucs là se bloquent. Tu peux pas trop jouer, et là, ça tourne dans tous les sens. Ouais.
It's blocked.
Pour l'instant, ça on peut pas. Ouais. Voilà, ici. Ouais. Moi, je n'utilise quasiment pas toute la manette entière. Il y a certains trucs que j'ai enlevés, comme les haut-parleurs, des trucs comme ça. Voilà. Par exemple, te demande L2, R2 d'utiliser ça à fond. Ça, je ne l'utilise pas, ces trucs-là. J'ai tout enlevé, moi. Tout ce qui me sert à rien, j'aime pas trop. Voilà. Merci, Dirt. Merci. Bonsoir, Dirt. Merci. Voilà.
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit.
Moi, la vibration ne fonctionne pas sur la manette. Je les ai désactivés. Vu que j'ai un handicap de la main gauche. Je ne peux pas utiliser l'évaluation sur les manettes. Encore 2. Il me faut 6. Ah, pas trop dur le taf pour l'instant. Ah, je refais une sauvegarde parce que vous allez voir ce que je vais faire dans quelques minutes. Attendez, sauvegarde. Parce que là, il vient d'annoncer le 2 de Greedfall 2 et je me prépare au premier. Par exemple, tu vois, regarde. La porte est bloquée là. Je ne peux pas y aller, il faut que j'ai le pouvoir de défonçage de porte. Ce jeu-là, c'est comment dire, c'est comme Assassin's Creed, mais il est 10 fois mieux. Voilà. Ouais, ça, tu ne peux pas passer ici comme tu veux. Voilà. Voilà. Ils te foutent la paix. Voilà. Je vais pas y aller, j'ai pas le pouvoir pour passer pour l'instant. Je connais le jeu par cœur, j'ai mis 90 heures pour le faire sur PS4 à l'époque. Et là, j'avais envie de le refaire version PS5. Parce que Greedfall 2, il a été un peu plus ouvert. Comme t'es sur glace, du patinage. Ouais, c'est ça, voilà, c'est les gâchettes adjectifs. Voilà, j'ai enlevé ces conneries-là. Là, j'en ai deux, ils m'en font quoi. Ah, t'es censé parler aux gens, là, mais la personne ne va pas me parler pour l'instant. Ouais. Ah non, moi je joue pas à ça, moi. Ah non, je ne joue pas à ce truc-là, moi. Tout ce qui est Fortnite, Full Gas, tous ces machins-là. Là, je sais pour les gens, mais moi j'aime pas. Là, j'ai en train de chercher des pièces qui me manquent. Là. Là, il est en train de se faire un barbecue. Je vais là-haut. J'ai même testé le jeu qui proposait avec la PS5, Astro machin là. C'est pas pour moi, il y a trop de mouvement dans le jeu Astro. Ça me déboîte mon épaule. Entre mon épaule et ma main, ça me déboîte de tous les côtés. Hein. J'arrivais pas à jouer. J'avais des craquements dans la main, dans l'épaule. C'était impossible de jouer. Ouais. Ouais, je sais. J'ai testé. On a fait une petite vidéo sur le stream, tu peux voir ça. Comment dire, j'ai arrêté. Hein. Je sentais plus rien, j'avais mal partout, quoi. Faut avoir des réflexes de malade pour jouer à ce jeu-là. Ah, il me manque 2 chevilles et j'arrive pas à les trouver. Quelque chose.
To my help! And death to the others!
Ce jeu-là, il est fait pour tout le monde, Greedfall. Il est adapté pour tout le monde. Il est pas compliqué, il n'y a pas de prise de tête. Enfin, moi, je suis en mode histoire tranquille, pépère. Je me prends pas la tête avec le jeu. Ouais. Et regardez, hein, vous allez dans les options. Jeu. Regardez. 4K 60. Hein. Ouais. Bon, je vais agrandir un petit peu les dents. Voilà. Et vous savez que moi, c'est mon amour, ce genre de jeu. Hein. J'adore ces types de jeux, moi. Je vais dire que je l'ai fait en 90 heures, le jeu. J'ai tout fait dessus. On m'a proposé de reprendre ma sauvegarde, j'ai dit non. Je préfère commencer dans une version PS5 que commencer à zéro. Alors moi, c'est l'édition complète, hein. C'est la version de luxe. Ouais, je suis en mode performance là. Ouais. C'est le plus haut niveau du jeu. Ouais. Ouais, tracing, hein, ouais, ça se voit. Hein. Ouais. Regarde. Ouais. Ah ouais.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay, and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, milady, but you are not my master. Moreover, the attendant at the guard was quite specific, saying this affair should be handled with extreme discretion. So I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever's he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master, who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated... oh, the dastardly boldness of a face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Ouais, pas trop mal celle-là. Ouais, mais elle est basse celle-là. C'est un peu compliqué. Disons que moi et Twitch, c'est une guerre totale. Bon, non. Ouais, ça, j'ai pas de point. Hein. Je regarde. Ah, j'ai un point là. On va regarder ce que je vais mettre. Alors, tir, je m'en sers pas trop des tirs. Moi. D'accord, là il me faut encore. Il me faut... un trophée. Le premier trophée du jeu. Ouais, plus ça ouais. Ouais. J'ai plus de monde sur YouTube que sur Twitch. En plus, j'ai une belle communauté, des bons modos sur la chaîne. On s'entend bien ici, on rigole bien ensemble. Voilà. On est bien ensemble, voilà. Moi, c'est pas l'argent qui apporte les gens. Il faut leur donner ce qu'ils demandent.
I've seen a few.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Ouais.
And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
Parce qu'il y a des streamers sur Twitch qui abusent de... Voilà. Il y a certains streamers sur Twitch qui abusent de la pub. Ouais, pour ça que je mets quasiment plus les pattes. J'y vais de temps en temps quand il y a... Ouais. J'y vais seulement pour regarder Dirt. Voilà. Voilà. Jacuzzi. Ouais, c'est devenu la mode sur Twitch. Ouais. Je fais seulement. Ouais, gros, t'es énergie, il y a que petite personne que j'aime bien sur Twitch, mais bon. Maintenant, ils abusent de la pub. Et moi, je suis contre la pub. Car moi, je paye YouTube, je paye Premium plus, voilà. Je paye Premium et j'ai pas de pub sur YouTube comme ça. Je peux regarder ce que j'ai envie. Ah, il est bien, Wislop. Hein. Bah, je le fais, je le prépare parce qu'il y a le 2 qui a été annoncé là. Il y a le 2 qui a été annoncé, alors ouais, je me remets dedans. De toute façon, le 2, je vais le faire sur la chaîne. Je vais vérifier aussi. Ouais. Il me manque 2 clous, mais j'arrive pas à les trouver.
Lady Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. You're finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished yet.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Fr Ps5 as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
It's blocked.
Alors, le bordel que vous entendez, c'est ma voisine. Hein.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Ah, il a toujours pas de vis. Ouais. Depuis 9 h du matin, c'est boum, page, je te claque les portes, je fais gueuler le chien, à fond la musique, elle gueule. Ah non, non, non. Moi, surtout pas. Juste, juste là, tu lui ton message. Hein? Surtout qu'elle s'énerve facilement. Elle est pire que moi, elle est pire. Hein. Moi, je suis une tétrageux, mais je sais me contrôler, mais elle, non. Ouais. Je dis pas le bordel que ça a été, j'étais mort de rire. Je vais à Fortnite, elle pétait des câbles, quoi. Ouais, elle joue à Fortnite, elle s'énerve facilement. Bon. Oh, un peu emmerdé, on trouve pas les chevilles. Bon, bah, tant pis, allez. Voilà. Ouais. Ah, je l'ai entendu gueuler. Hein. Ouais. Ah, il n'y a qu'un seul marchand, c'est saoulant, quoi. Ouais. Bon, ben c'est tout. On peut peut-être aller voir dans l'entrepôt. On est peut-être dans les entrepôts. Ça, c'est à ne pas faire. Allez, charge. Je suis rentré dans le truc qu'il faut pas, moi. Quoi, bonsoir Alexios, bonsoir. C'est un des meilleurs jeux que j'ai adoré, moi, faire sur PS4 à l'époque. Mais il y a des conséquences, il faut que tu tues personne, hein, quasiment pas d'humains sur le jeu. Le plus que tu dois tuer, ce sont des monstres. Et il me manque 2 chevilles, j'arrive pas à les trouver, quoi. C'est comme Assassin's Creed, mais en mieux. Là, au moins, les mecs te voient pas derrière le mur. Par exemple, là, t'as un ennemi, t'es... Ouais. Exeos.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Fr Ps5, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Fr Ps5 is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the
Al-Sad.
den of their enemies.
Our research
Assassin's
won't
Creed.
interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not
Ah
deliver
bah de
us
toute façon
today.
là c'est à faire 2
Let
heures
us
là.
continue on this path.
Ouais.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, my lady. You are a just woman. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Oups. Attendez, j'ai fait une bêtise. Hein. Attendez. Il est quelle heure, lui? Oh, j'ai fait une bêtise.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding.
The trick!
Have you come to deliver? Please, please, we are not heretics.
In that case, why is the Inquisition?
Our only...
It's true!
We fled all the
Bah,
way.
je passe, hein, vu qu'on a déjà vu.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of
the disciple of
the very same.
With the discovery, we wanted to...
And?
Fr Ps5.
But in the original, he speaks of...
It was written.
I understand this voice from...
The sacred...
Who were you hoping would give...
We were hoping...
Our research...
That would be...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget...
Oh, we were even...
It served no...
I see.
I beg of you.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Voilà. J'avais pas fait le bon choix. Parce que...
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Ah, c'est fait. Voilà. Bonne nuit Alexios, bisous, à bientôt. Bonsoir, bonsoir tout le monde.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, the founder of the mythical Ptolemy, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated. Or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection. But one good deed deserves another.
You would like me to first take care of your charlatan.
You will certainly prove to be an excellent legate.
Did you reconsider the request for asylum for the historians that I spoke to you about?
I believe I already told you that the affair would be taken care of as soon as you had taken care of mine.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Bon. Bon, je vais faire dodo, moi. Ouh, je commence à fatiguer, ça y est là. Hein? Ah ouais, allez, ça c'est encore là.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sarde, to what do I owe the pleasure?
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called servants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Fr Ps5?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sarde.
Elle s'appelle comment la quête? n'y a personne qui est capable de me dire où trouver des clous. Il y a vraiment des abrutis qui ne savent pas faire des vidéos correctes. Hein. Il n'y a pas un mec qui vend des clous ici. Ah, des abrutis, les gens.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Ah, tu vois rien, toi? T'es un marchand, t'es même pas capable de vendre quelque chose. Alors, dépêche-toi. Ah, je commence à fatiguer. Boubou. Coucou. Mais putain, mais bâtard, tu n'as pas le droit de retourner de ton dos. Mais putain, ce jeu, à des fois, il y a des choses qui vont pas. L'autre, il était parti au fond, il revient là. Quand tu pars au fond, tu restes au fond. Non, ne va pas comme ça dès le début, attends. Voilà. N'importe quoi. Oh là là. Mais franchement, il y a un problème, le jeu. Le jeu, il a un problème. Le mec, il était parti au fond, il revient là. Mais franchement, les mecs, faites attention à ce que vous faites sur votre jeu. Ouh. C'est vrai que celui-là a plus de puissance. Il faut voir, est-ce que j'ai... Ouais. Il y a un beau petit lapin blanc qui s'appelle Flocon chez là, chez Dirt. Ouais. Et quand papa n'est pas à la maison, on sait ce qu'il fait, Flocon. Hein.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Il met la musique à fond. Il a vu toutes ses copines à la maison. Ah ouais, c'est difficile, il adore. Ouais. Bon, bah, je crois qu'on a fait le tour, hein. On trouve pas les clous. Hein. On va se faire clouter. Hein. Pourtant, sur Xbox, je les avais trouvés facilement, les clous. Hein. Ouais, je vais regarder sur Internet vite fait, mais je crois qu'on peut pas les fabriquer, je crois. Oh, hé, le téléphone, réveille-toi. Ouais, j'ai assez ma voisine qui fait le singe. Là, non, c'est là. Merci, Dirk. Ah, tu veux t'exciter avec la manette, hein, tu mets le mode vibration. On verse son gold là. Hmm. J'ai fait que cher, eux, ça fait des plombs que je tourne en rond en train de chercher des clous. Il y a un peu de pas.
It's blocked. Bon bah ça n'existe pas, puis c'est tout, hein, on n'en aura jamais. T'as beau tourner en rond, mais les mecs ils te mettent n'importe quoi dans les coffres. N'importe quoi. Mettez des clous plutôt.
Don't you worry now. You'll
Eh ben, vends-moi des clous, ferme ta gueule et donne-moi des clous. Mais poussez-vous les vaches là.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Ça au Discord, c'est nouveau ça. Tu t'es trompé là, c'est un thé là.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance
Ça a changé le nom des
is quite
Discord.
unsettled by your commerce. And he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist.
I understand if you don't believe me after all that.
Non, pas du
But
tout.
I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of
Ouais, c'est déjà arrivé,
machinations to
mais
displace
la
me.
personne ne vient plus. Ouais. La personne ne vient plus. Je joue avec Bardamu, de temps en temps, on joue à des jeux. Mais après, ça s'arrête. On joue à Monster Hunter de notre côté, tous les trucs comme ça.
That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
Je devais faire Daylight 2 avec certaines personnes, mais il ne vient plus.
You
Il
don't
n'est plus
understand.
présent.
I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Voilà. Ah bah vas-y, s'entendrait bien avec Samuel. Hein.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drank a few drops. And my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we doomed then?
Everyone is. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like statues.
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
Je suis né en France, moi. Hein. Je suis rémois. Hein.
find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You were free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahim.
Ok, un caribou. Il se fait caribouquer.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Ah ouais.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Fr Ps5. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
Now that your affair is taken care of, are you planning on helping the historians I spoke to you about?
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Bon, allez, moi je vais aller dormir. Bon, je vais... Merci la modération d'heure. Ouais. Allez, merci la modération. Merci Océane. Bonne nuit à tous. Ouais. Merci à tous. Ah, je commence à claquer là. Voilà. Bonne nuit, bisous. Je sais pas la force de le faire. Allez, dormez bien. Bisous. Je dis dans la journée, je ne sais pas à quelle heure, sur quoi, voilà. Bonne nuit, prenez soin de vous, et encore merci de gentillesse, votre présence. Prenez soin de vous, et je vous dis à tout à l'heure dans la journée, je ne sais pas à quelle heure. À la prochaine, bisous, au revoir tout le monde. Vas-y. Ouais.